Welcome to this explainer, Golden Wings, Love, Care, and Trust. I am so pumped to guide you through this today. We're going to dive straight into the beautiful, but honestly incredibly demanding world of breeding African lovebirds. And as we go, we'll use natural picks whenever needed to really bring this whole journey to life for you. But listen, before you even think about putting up a nest box, we need a reality check. What does it actually take to breed lovebirds? I mean, are you truly prepared? We're talking severe health emergencies, maintaining incredibly precise temperatures. And if things go south, you're looking at round-the-clock, 2-hour feedings to keep these tiny, helpless chicks alive. It's not just putting two birds in a cage. It is a massive, massive commitment. Here's our roadmap for today. Number 1, courtship and pairing. 2, conditioning for breeding. 3, nesting and egg laying. 4, the danger of egg binding. 5, hatching and rearing. And finally, 6, hand feeding and weaning. Let's get right into it. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, courtship and pairing. First up, timing is absolutely everything. Lovebirds actually reach sexual maturity around 6 to 8 months, but actually, scratch that. You really want to wait until they're at least 10 to 12 months old. Breeding young hens just causes immense physical stress, and they often end up being terrible parents, sometimes even harming their chicks. So mature birds only. Now for finding a match. You've got 2 routes. Natural pairing is letting them pick their own mate in a large flight cage. This usually means a lifelong bond and way higher success. Or there's forced pairing. That's where you select the pair to get specific color mutations. It's great for genetics, but it's risky. These birds are fiercely territorial, and a female might literally attack a male she hasn't bonded with naturally. So how do you know if it's working? You'll see some pretty adorable courtship behaviors. Regurgitation is a big one. I know, it sounds gross to us, but it's true love for them. Take Mumu and Lulu from our sources. Mumu actively won her trust by regurgitating food and preening her. You'll also see them snuggling up close, and the hen might start shredding paper strips and tucking them into her tail feathers. That's classic nesting prep right there. Now, a massive warning here. Hybridization. We strongly advise sticking to the exact same species. Fishers with fishers, peach-faced with peach-faced. If you crossbreed, like mixing a peach-faced with the eye-ring family, you wipe out their genetic purity. And worse, you can end up with completely sterile chicks. Breeders call them mules, and they will never be able to have their own babies. It's just not worth it. Moving right along to Section 2, conditioning for breeding. Okay, so romance alone just isn't going to cut it. Before those eggs arrive, your flock needs to be in peak physical condition. We're talking a high-protein diet packed with calcium, probiotics, and vitamins. Leafy greens like bok choy or kale are fantastic. Some breeders even use chili peppers. Birds don't feel the heat, but they get a massive hit of vitamins A and C. But listen carefully, you must avoid lethal toxins completely. Avocado, chocolate, caffeine, salt, onions, garlic, these are an absolute no-go and can easily be fatal to your flock. And while we're talking food, you really need to beware of sapola. That's a breeder term for excess soft yellow belly fat. It happens when you feed way too many high-oil seeds like sunflower and safflower. You've got to keep those to just 5 to 10 pieces a day, max. Sapola completely ruins fertility, and honestly, it's a huge trigger for our next topic, egg binding. Which brings us to Section 3, nesting and egg laying. So your birds are perfectly conditioned, and the female takes over. She'll build her nest, and about 10 days after meeting, boom, the first egg arrives. They usually lay 4 to 6 eggs, popping one out every other day. Check out this timeline. At day 10, you can gently candle the eggs with a light to look for red veins. That means they're fertile. By day 21, the first chick should start hatching, and by week 6, the weaning process begins. But here's the catch. You must monitor them from a distance. If you bug a protective mom too much, she might just panic and abandon the whole nest. During this whole incubation phase, keep your eyes glued to this number, 50% to 80%. That is the absolute required humidity range for your nest box. If it's too dry, the embryos literally dehydrate inside the shell. Too humid, they grow way too large and can't get enough oxygen. You absolutely need a hygrometer to track this. All right, Section 4. This is heavy, but so crucial. The danger of egg binding. This is a true medical emergency. Egg binding is a fatal condition where the female just cannot expel the egg naturally. It literally gets physically stuck in her reproductive tract. Why does this happen? Usually it's low calcium, a cold environment, or the sheer physical exhaustion of breeding back-to-back clutches without a rest period. You have to act fast if you spot these rapid onset symptoms. Is she sitting fluffed up and lethargic at the bottom of the cage? Is she visibly straining or showing blood? Can she not pass droppings, or is there a visible bulge? If so, get her into a preheated hospital cage immediately, around 28 to 32 degrees Celsius, with a damp towel for steam, and call an avian vet right away. You are racing the clock to save the mother's life. Assuming all goes well, we hit section 5, hatching and rearing chicks. Okay, let's say everything goes perfectly. After 21 days, those tiny, blind, completely helpless hatchlings emerge from their shells. Normally, the parents are superstars at feeding them, but what if they reject the babies? Well, you're stepping in, and you're feeding them round the clock every 2 hours. For newborns, it's a highly diluted mix, exactly 1 part specialized formula to 6 parts water. Which leads right into our final phase, section 6, hand feeding and weaning. Taking over from the parents requires insane patience and flawless hygiene. You've got to disinfect those syringes. But here is the golden rule. Burn this number into your memory, 106 to 108 degrees Fahrenheit. That is exactly how hot your formula must be. You cannot guess this. You need to use a digital thermometer every single time you feed them. Why are we so obsessed with that temperature? Because missing the mark is completely disastrous. If it's too cold, the chick's digestion slows way down, causing a fatal fungal infection known as sauerkraut. If it's too hot, you'll severely burn the chick's crop, that delicate internal pouch, which is horrific, incredibly painful, and usually fatal. Like I said, precision is literally everything. The feeding process itself is like surgery. You take a small 3cc syringe, hold the chick securely on its back while supporting its head, and put just a single drop on the outside edge of its beak. Let them taste and swallow it naturally. Don't ever force it down. Just 6 to 8 drops of feeding at first. Oh, and discard all unused formula. Period. Don't save it. It just becomes a massive breeding ground for deadly bacteria. If you stick to these strict rules, or if the parents do the heavy lifting for you, you hit the finish line. Around 6 to 8 weeks of age, lovebird chicks become fully weaned and independent. You'll slowly introduce warm weaning pellets, soft veggies, and seeds, finally bringing this crazy, challenging, beautiful cycle to a very successful close. So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final provocative thought. Breeding lovebirds is an incredible experience, but it's an immense, life-changing responsibility. It is so much more than just putting 2 birds together in a cage. With all of the severe health risks, the sleepless nights, the costs, are you truly ready to commit the time, precise care, and resources to bring new life into the world? It's a big question, and it's one only you can answer. Thank you. If you love this video, subscribe to my channel at AkashUJB07.